Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. Me Matt, where we have a 4v4 for you all here on City 17 on the Western Front. We're somewhere late in the war as the British Commonwealth is pushing through to deal with the remains of the Third Reich. Let's go through the players. We'll start with the British Commonwealth. We have Rage starting straight to give it Royal Artillery Regiment. Muro without a commander. And all the bases up here. Professor without a commander. And General Kaiser without a commander. Represent the Germans today defending the ruins of this industrial city. You have Anna Schultz as the Waffen-SS without a commander. Duke Marmalade as the Wehrmacht without a commander. Nobby Gups as the Wehrmacht without a commander. And finally rounding out, you have Kakaboo as the Waffen-SS. Also without a commander. I guess they're gonna pick stuff when they start to counter each other. Except one British player has starting straight to keep with the Royal Artillery. Which means they can get Canadian infantry, as we can see here. And cheaper alternative to your rifle sections, I think. Meanwhile, the British start to encounter here. Looks like one has gone for mechanized. Pretty handy we can actually see that there. Mechanized, what's that? That's this one, Royal Mechanized, okay. We have some firefight out here in the outskirts of the factory that's still... This is a still operating factory, it's not been bombed out yet by the RAF for the United States Air Force. Occupied factory, I suppose. As we have more SS Storm Pioneers trying to get some ground up here, but they're under a lot of British fire. British are pretty damn good at long distance after all, especially with dispatch, I reckon. Where long-range firefights are a little bit longer generally. And that starting BAR for the first rifle section is generally very useful. But have rifle sections taking heavy losses inside the structure, actually. They're being shot from many different angles. And down here, more of the British troops are moving up into buildings. As the Germans are trying to dig in amongst the ruins. Yeah, this building has been bombed out, clearly. Probably by a plane earlier. Waffen-SS is trying to dig in. Looks like we have a Sturm here for the southern flank, so it's going to be Wallonian infantry coming in. The British are having long firefights around most of the flank. Looks like one has gone for guard. I'm pretty confident that's guard. Oop. Yep, it says guard down there. That should be fine. It'll be very fascinating. But it looks like they're mechanized guard and artillery so far. What for the German side? Still nothing. Still nothing. I guess the Germans still waiting out a little bit. We have some mechanized riflemen here trying to do their best. But there's a lot of German infantry nearby. They have a lot of good support for that structure. And I don't think that those rifle sections want to stay there for long. Under a lot of fire here. Should probably pop a smoke grenade, but that's not gonna happen. So they just retreat. We might have to make them shut down here. Oh, yeah, that's big loss. Britain is the most quality-themed allied faction, and they cannot sustain losses as easily as the other allied factions. But British infantry is generally pretty damn good. As you can see, that they have, I think they're a German level of effectiveness. Yeah, they have very effective infantry for their cost. The southern flank here looks like the British troops are pushed back. The Wallonians are arriving here to try and show up the front line. But we have a pretty long match ahead of us, I reckon, on the 4v4. And I will not be able to see all the action because it is a 4v4 map, so just be prepared for that, because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. We have an MG34 arriving here for the Waffen-SS to hold this northern area. Also have an MG30 here on the Sturm Grenadiers. Unique weapon to Sturm. It's a predecessor to the MG34 and MG42. Only has 30 rounds though, I think, so you have to reload it very frequently. But it is a machine gun, and it is pretty damn good at what it does, actually. And you can fight on the move, I think. Yeah, they're fighting on the move there. Which is very unique. Pumps is equipped here on the British Combat Engineers. This is the 6th Field Company, unique to Royal Artillery, I think. Equipped with American equipment, M1 Garans and Thompsons. Very good for assaulting. Looks like one German has come for Leichter. I recognize that symbol. When it being tossed in, that's a Mills bomb. Grenadiers don't want to stay there. Thankfully, not much happens there, but they're still going to suffer heavy losses. There's all the British troops nearby, just shooting on the structure. You have some more Wehrmacht coming up though, and MG42 is coming the road. Post Grenadiers moving up here. So the Germans have managed to secure most of the front for the moment. It's the central part of the map, so the British have to work a little bit hard to get that turned around. Looks like Nobby Gups is also going for command. I think this might be infantry. Yes, it is. Infantry is going to try and hold the front line here alongside the Waffen-SS. British are suffering very heavy losses here in the initial engagements. Was trying to get on the flank, but there's a Vickers machine gun. One flash being tossed. Misses though. 24-2 opens the fire though. But the British do secure the point. British force are moving up on the other side of the flank here. Sturmgewehrs are being handed out to some of the Valonian infantry. That's going to increase their fighting effectiveness against the British forces. I take out those Canadians out in the open. Yeah, quickly moving them down there. And well, we have more British troops arriving here alongside a mortar as well. A 2-inch mortar. Pretty good for these close quarters, actually. I think that's a good choice. They brought that one up. And well, up here looks like the infantry is trying to push up, but there's a universal carrier that's been replaced into a wasp, which allows them to have a flamethrower. It's going to be very scary. Need the Germans realize what's going on. They're trying to pull back and try and get some Panzerfaust set up. But until that happens, the wasp is just going to burn through them. We do have a Panzerbüchse here. Getting a good shot injuring the driver. But one post in the squad does get taken out. Well, down here, the British force is still trying to fight over the point. You do have a half-track ramming here for the Wehrmacht being equipped with an MG42. It's going to help them stay around. Overlords moving about. Instant being tossed here. Unique to Valonians there. It explodes some impact. Will that squad make it though? Looks like he might. Yeah, he is gonna make it. Now the Saber has to run. Oh, I think the Saber got smoked down instead. Probably not have chased. You know, the Brits are trying to flank up here with their guard rifle sections. Get on the flank of that MG42 and basically cleaning out there. As the Wehrmacht infantry try to come up to support another half-track arriving as well. Smoke already been tossed. They want to try and steal an MG. They waste the rifles to steal it, but it is a machine gun they can get it through. That's a Gewaltladung though. I don't think they're gonna get it. Oh. Nope. The Germans can take that back. Brave attempt though, but it's not gonna work out. Oh wait, the Brits are close enough to keep eyes on it. British forces are moving forwards again into this ruined structure. The train yard is also falling under British control. As Brits are laying down a lot more fire with their Bren guns. And the British are doing their tech-ups. 80 guns are coming out. Still no commander from the northern British player or the final Waffen-SS. Still being cautious and awaiting what they want to pick, I imagine. So the rest of the commanders have been chosen. So we have a truck arriving here with some Panzergrenadiers for the Wehrmacht. Trying to get around the building here. And trying to lay down some fire. It's being tossed about. That's an incendiary grenade, actually. Instant grenade here from the Sabers. That only kills one, though. Half-track on the move here with some grenadiers inside. Doing a little bit of a drive-by attack. Can be risky. 80 gun is still there, but they have to just remain on the other side. Very smart. Valonian squad gets destroyed. More Canadian infantry is arriving every now and then. Lewis guns being upgraded on one Canadian squad. Nice to see more units of the Commonwealth being utilized. Level up here, the Germans are still holding on to this intact factory. It's probably a priority thing to hold, but what stops the Brits from just farming it out? Later on is the question. Meanwhile, we have the Waffen-SS up north picking Panzerdivision. And we have special operations here for General Kaiser, so we might see a parachute happen. Okay. So the British Air Force might be on the field today, potentially. Have to see how that turns out. But Lewis gun armed Canadian squad is moving about. Lewis gun is a light machine gun that the British utilized from the First World War. Pretty unique little gun. Attack is doing its best to keep the area covered, but Sturmpioneers are dying. Oh, the southern flank of the Waffen-SS starts picking the old infantry. They're relying on the Wehrmacht now to keep them about. Oh, it's gonna hit it. Attack needs to quickly back off, and it does. Panzergrenadiers on the flank here, but they got spotted. Get mowed down there. More low infantry above, but they need to pull back and just get more troops. The southern Mthis flank has nothing. Type a line on the Wehrmacht light division that's sending in light vehicles to hold the flank. Will that be enough as the British starts to get more men in? Rob 6 having a long firefight out here in the north. With the Mthis and the Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht is firmly dug in around the factory here. MG and Panzerstreak set up inside. A mortars are hitting the factory. And we have a 3-inch mortar here. We also have some British airborne troops in the field. A fire team. We also have a Stuart tank around here for the British mechanized. Then leads from the United States. Panzerstreak is out though. It's using its canister shots. Panzerstreak hits and destroys. Now the Sturmgewehr arm Volksgrenadiers are moving up. Unique to infantry is you can arm the Volksgrenadiers with Sturmgewehrs, which is pretty damn good, by the way. That's a lot of rifle bullets after all. Nose bomb tossed doesn't hit much. We have a command tank that needs repairs there. Now down here looks like the Mthis is trying to get around. That's a Gebal loading hits the structure. Stuns both the Valonians and the Sappers, but looks like the Valonians suffered the most. So the British and Canadians have a very good position here to work with. Meanwhile, the Germans are securing the central point again with a half-track. Handomack. The German infantry is pushing pretty far up, actually almost reaching the British base. Pretty good assault there from all the Sturmgewehrs. That's a lot of British infantry out here open now, quickly opening fire with their Bren guns. And accurately in field rifles. Until they're calling on the Germans, forcing them further back. As the Germans are trying to push up the main road in this industrial area. Storm Pioneers are pushing forwards with MP40s, MP40Is. Instagrade being tossed though. Oh, that's not an Instagrade actually. Intriguing. Now down here the British are firmly set up. Biggest machine gun and Canadian infantry. Germans are trying to get on the flank though, but the AT gun has prevented that from being very successful. Panzer IV is advancing on the northern flank though. The British are lacking AT equipment. What can the British do against this? That's the question. We do see a Valentine tank being requisitioned, but will that be enough? 17-pounder is also coming out here for the mechanized. We're going in on the center here. Oh, they're killing most of the Panzer Grenadiers. One does survive back from the half-track though. The Waffen-SS is still trying to recuperate. They have brought in a Hauptsturmführer with a grenade pistol, unique to Sturm. Grenade pistol is a pretty unique little weapon for this guy to have. Well, the Commonwealth just keeps pushing up here. Applying a little bit of pressure, but the Germans are doing a good job on the northern flank until we're going in here on this not yet constructed industrial facility. Panzer IV command tank is causing issues here in the center road. It's 18 seconds up, but I can actually hit it. Can actually hit it from here for some reason. Lucky for that Panzer IV, I guess. Oh no, they're just trying to blind fire. Half-track is trying to rush up, potentially. Nope, they decide to pull back. Probably a smart move here. It's good to see more half-tracks though, so the light division is using its light vehicles at least. Maybe some players just keep out in the light vehicles, but I think they really are worth it if you can get them in the right positions. I mean, the Canadians are still doing their best. Having a long firefight with the Wehrmacht. Mthis is going to lose the structure, so they're trying to get some stormtroopers up before they lose it. Because they have a little bit more high quality infantry. You can hear the artillery going in. Over here. Forcing the British a little bit back. The mines have been laid by the British infantry. And the 6th Field Company is still holding down here with the Thompsons. In a lot of fire on these Valonians. Here comes the stormtroopers. We're trying to figure out where they want to actually be deployed. Because they're going to work around down there. Probably going to focus about a lot with something under 6 field company. Because with no automatic weapons, they're not going to have an easy time. Oh shit, they're going to try and get around the flank. Now, if they had automatic weapons, they would have won that engagement. But because they had no automatic weapons, they suffered, as you can see. And a lot of people have a Valentine flanking alongside some more British troops. They secured an orphan flank. Panzer IV command tank moving up. Panzer IV H is still holding this area. As the Infanterie Divisions Volksgrenadiers are still doing a pretty damn good job with all those Sturmgewehrs. No sign of the RAF at the moment. Probably investing in some officers to get the RAF on the horn. So we have a guard, grenadier, lieutenants holding this area now. Gets one extra man because guard can actually upgrade to get an extra man in. They can get 6-man infantry, which is very unique amongst the British. We also have a heavy mortar arriving here. The 4.2 inch. Do a lot of work. But meanwhile, the British are be having a lot of luck on the northern flank. 17 pilots in trouble. We do have a Cromwell tank coming out. Valentine tank doing a pretty decent job here, actually. But artillery is being called in here by the command tank. It actually gets taken out by the Valentine. Do not underestimate the Valentine. It has a pretty damn good gun for its size. And pretty decent armor too, by the looks of it. Ooh, so far Panzer IV just not been able to penetrate, but neither has the Valentine. Valentine needs to probably pull back for repairs. Great, it's all going on in the rifle section. Oh, Valentine gets taken out. That's an ammo rack. Ammo cooked off. Cromwell tank now arriving here. And Cromwell is a pretty decent tank. Can take the fight to the Panzer IV, as you can see. Honestly, the British tanks should not be underestimated. They're pretty damn reliable at what they do. You know, the southern flank here looks like the British are still trying to push up with the Canadians. They had a lot of bombs and traps just in case. After this is doing their best to try and hold, but they've lost a lot of units. Now, but they're still holding on to this destroyed factory. And doing a good job holding on inside it with those ideas. Because they got some good windows to work from. At least at the moment. It sounds like the mortar half-tank is doing a pretty decent job too. Now they have the heavy mortar on the counter-barrage duty, so the mortar half-tank has to constantly be on the move. All Panzergrenadiers are moving for the center here. The Germans need to try and get some more ground back. Now with the Cromwell ready to move, now only really the Panzerstrike is a problem for it. The Cromwell just needs to not get hit by a Panzerstrike. Panzergrenadiers are trying to get in a position where they can hit it, but need to be very careful with their movements. Counterattack here, gets taken out by the Cromwell. Panzergrenadiers trying to get a shot. Oh, they missed! Arriving here to allow repairs for the Wehrmacht's Panzers in the fields. As more Volksgrenadiers are moving inside the factory to hold it. And the water half-tank is still just driving around, being a nuisance. And the heavy mortar is quickly turning to try and counter barrage it. But the mortar is just going to move almost immediately after it's done with its barrage, I reckon. Good to see. That's the mortar shells now coming in. Yeah, but now the mortar half-tank needs to start moving. This wants to risk being hit by a heavy mortar round. Yeah, like that. British troops are still suffering losses as they approach the factory. We have some stormtroopers here. They have 350 seconds. Unique to infantry. Really good infantry, by the way. Some of the best infantry that an infantry commander can get. Being equipped with Sturmgewehrs and an MG42. And that make them very reliable in most ranges. And supposed to pull back off on the northern flank. The Mthis is digging in with some trenches. They also have a Panzer IV G now keeping an eye on this railroad. So the British are just digging in themselves. Firefly has arrived here for the Canadian and British force in the south. See what happens next. 17 pounder being rolled up here by the mechanized. They're keeping this thing moving about. Looks like the folks going to advancing. Trying to get some ground again. Cromwell's having a firefight with the Panzer IV-G potentially. He has to be very careful with his position though. Never know what might be around in the corner. Panzer IV-H is going to try and flank. Pack 43 being set up here out in the open. Going to try and lock the British in on the north. Panzer IV takes a shot. Gets a good penetration into Cromwell. Forcing it back. We also have a captain here for the British, but he's not being able to use the RAF. There's a lack of AA at the moment for the Germans, so if they get the RAF on the horn, I think they could do a lot of work actually. Hansgard is getting inside the trench here with full MP40s. That's a lot of automatic weaponry. It's being tossed though, doing some decent damage, but not killing anyone in the squads. Panzer is also up here to try and cut off the retreat path. But is it going to suffer heavy losses? Yep, that's a disastrous little retreat path there. From on the flank here, trying to take out the Panzer IV. Takes out the Panzer IV. Ammo cooked. Pack 43 snaps it up. Cromwell has to pull back fast. Might be too late. Now it's definitely too late. Yeah, there it goes. Ammo cooked. You know, the Germans are pushing around with the flank here with the Panzer IV-G and Panzer is advancing. Panther's being prepared behind us. Full automatic weaponry here for the Waffen is really working out. The British are down to very few units on the northern flank. Just some airborne troops are trying to hold back the Germans. You know, down here the Sturm Tactics is doing their best to try and fight back the British, but the Canadians are pushed into the ruined factory. Firefly gets taken out by the stock. 6 field company is trying to get the Panzer Grenadiers of the 2nd SS. Dog's doing his best to try and keep them at bay, and so far it's working. Stock is on the move. We also have a Panzer IV-G up there. The mortar has detracked the mortar half track, so it's stuck. This officer's taking losses to that stuck. Stock G is just using high explosive rounds, or it was using a high explosive round. But the Germans are now all the way over here in the flank and threatening the British base. We're setting up the 17 pounder. Firefly needs to be very careful. I don't think it's equipped to deal with the 17 pounder. One ones are landing about them. We do have a Hauptsturm Führer without his vehicle. Firefly rears herself. Oh, 17 pounder did not penetrate. Just stays the crew. A good shot there on the Panzer IV, a critical hit. But the submachine guns are just too much here for the British troops. They get suppressed as they try to advance. Firefly took a hit there, it might be gone. Yeah, there it goes. Panther got the finishing shot. We do have a Cromwell tank arriving here for the British Guards troops. Looks like it's been directed northwards. Try and supplement the northern flank. There might have 7-5 with the British Guard infantry. Their Grenadier Guard troops. As the Wehrmacht is winning through though. At least for the moment. But down here the Sturm Panzer is taking up the factory again. But they might not keep that for long. But it's keeping tight eyes on it. Canadian and British force down here is having a lot of urban combat. And up here in the outskirts, the Cromwell is now keeping watch. As the Waffen SS is sticking in on this flank. Planning to outmaneuver the British forces. We're just gonna have to really reconsider what to do from here. Looks like more airborne troops are being prepared. Churchill prepares to move. There's a 17 pounder on the Panther. It might be a tad too much here. Yeah, Churchill has to pull back. Oh, but Churchill does have high survivability at least, thanks to its high health. More forces is advancing here with the Sturmgewehrs. Lots of Sturmgewehrs here being handed out to the infantry of the Volksgrenadiers. But the British are dug in with their Bren guns. But these are very veteran Volksgrenadiers. They're doing a pretty good job of assaulting, to be honest. But they're not really getting much kills yet. They need to get closer, but even that is risky to do. The British troops are just picking them off one by one, as you can see. The spring guns are really helping the Brits win out this engagement. So they're being called in near the British base. On here by the Hauptsturmführer, I'm imagining. Oh, is it? Oh, it's called on here by the Untersturmführer. Okay, just some basic artillery. Looks like the church is going to try and push somewhere else, probably towards the Volksgrenadiers. We're now being forced to pull back. Factory is still being held here by the Wehrmacht. So the Grenadier Guards are being positioned northwards here by the British Commonwealth to try and supplement. Probably alongside the Churchills. They need to find some way to push. You know, the Canadians and British are just having a little bit of a standstill here now with the storm tactics. Storm command tank here fires high explosive rounds, but it's being hit by several big guns. Forcing it back. You know, the light division is just amassing more and more light vehicles and some tanks to supplement, and assault guns. Sounds like Nebelwerfer. Yep. Panzerwerfer is firing in a strike here. They've changed how fast it fires, which I think is cool. It's not rapidly firing anymore. And with that, oh, that's actually good. They do the artillery strike and then they assault. That's how you're supposed to do it, because that stuns all the enemies, so their AT guns cannot fire. That's allowing the Panzer Grenadiers to just push through. Very well played there from Duke Marmalade. That's how you use the mechanics of the game. Of the mod, rather. And the Panzer assaults alongside them. And the British have no tanks present down here anymore to support. Oh, the Panzer is still using AP rounds. Oh, because they cannot swap. Then Japan got a shot in. And with that, the Germans have to push back, pull back again. But they did do a lot of damage there. It's good to see a well-executed assault like that. They needed more support. Okay, well, Firefly's pushing up there. It looks like the Churchills need repairs. A truck has arrived to help administer that. Now, the Waffen says remain stuck in on the northern flank. Panthers relocating about. Now, the Germans are probably just working, trying to find ways to tighten the noose around the British forces. Oh, AT might be in trouble here. That's a Valonian with some Sturmgewehr pulling up. But the gunners are getting some good shots in. So there's not a lot of cover here, and they are considered like cover due to the crater. But there we go, they mowed down the crew. 6th Field Company also is Veteran C5. Man, that's a really good 6th Field Company. They should not be underestimated, I reckon. We don't really get to see the British force that much, so it's nice to see them. Need to have a look at some more British troops that stand out, like if you have any elite ones. You have these elite... Damn, okay, the Brits get that much for their elite infantry? That's a really damn good buff. That's why the Brits are so high quality generally, but also they're expensive. Firefly got a shot there, and the Panther did not penetrate. Oh, looks like the factory is on fire. The Germans are slowly losing more and more what they're trying to defend here. So some ready to just make a nice rifleman and is trying to advance up. Ren guns at the ready. Tiger tank is being requisitioned behind us. Churchills are trying to clear out the wrecks. They can actually move through. Ren guns are doing their best here. But they are standing without cover here, which is not a good idea. You want to use cover. There's no cover to really work with. They could move back there, I suppose. Parts of the factory has collapsed now. What's going to be calling here on the British position? The captain is trying to get some kind of strike off. Going to be 25 pounders, and he does get it off. Panther pushes in. Gets hit there by the Firefly. But looks like the officer did die for it. The British Guards are trying to secure the center again. The light division is trying to set out some infantry to try and prevent this. About Ladon being tossed in for the smoke. Cleaning out some of the anti-personal mines, but not much else. And it looks like the Churchills are still waiting. Panzerwerfer opens fire again. And then immediately doing an assault as the rockets are going. That's how you do it. Very good coordination there from Duke Marmalade, but they need infantry. I don't see any Panzergrenadiers to supplement these vehicles. We're just gonna make them be bogged down soon at this point. Especially with 80 right on the flank. So they're doing a good bit of damage there to the British forces. But the lack of troops to push up alongside them is just gonna... I mean, this is permanent. Still good damage done. Using the Panzerwerfer and then pushing in. That's how you should really use it. And see, man, the southern flank of Waffen is just holding on. But the Canadians are still laying more defenses as they push up bit by bit. Looks like the Churchills are relocated southwards. Tiger, no, that's not the Tiger tank. There's the Tiger tank. Half a tank is pushing up towards the British base. 70-pounder fails to penetrate. High explosive round being loaded. Ooh, and while this is going on, the Churchills are assaulting here in the center. Legal mines have been placed. Germans have fought ahead. Very good to see that the Germans have been prepared just in case. The Churchills have to pull back anyway. There's just too much pointed at them. Meanwhile, the Germans doing a big panzer attack up here with the Panther, Panzer IV, and Tiger. The Allies need to do something to stop this. Because their base is now under direct threat.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
Looks like they're so far breaking into the British base. It's not looking good. Now down here, Ustin is pushing up on the Canadians, and so far it's doing a pretty damn good job. But the other vehicles they're supporting it has been destroyed. The Ustin has cleared out most of the British equipment. And Valonian is pushing up behind it. Still, the British base is in peril. One base structure gone, Firefly got cleared out. Another Firefly arriving. It's not looking good for the British Commonwealth here. They might have been outmaneuvered by the German Waffen SS. And the Wehrmacht is just being pinned down. Fireflies took out the Panzer IV. Captain's trying to call in a strike. Oh, he's trying to call in a bombing run. I feel as if the 20mm defense overwatch would be good if they held the points, though. Of course, they didn't hold the points, so that wouldn't really matter. Not looking good for the Commonwealth. Panzer IV is pushing up here for the Wehrmacht. Taking out the machine gun. British are suffering heavy losses up here. Now they've also pushed through down here on the Canadian side. Canadian infantry is just not up to scratch when it comes to medium to close range. Except for these 6 field company. These guys are doing a lot of work. Do I also have an M10 here? Used by the Canadians by the looks of it. Or Lend-Lease to the British Commonwealth, you never know. Probably a little bit of both. But the British are so far suffering heavy losses. British are still strong in the center though, but they need to be moved somewhere. Tiger tank is moving to do something. But the British are so far having issues moving about. Wait, they're being set by the Storm Grenadier. And Panzerwerfer opens fire again, now on the southern flank. Oh yeah, it's so good. But But the Commonwealth remains with its forward HQ down there. But all the Fosgoliers with Stungewehr is just advancing forwards here, slowly creeping closer. Panther tries to advance again. Firefly and 17-pounders pointed at it. A good shot there. 17-pounder missed. Panzer Voyage trying to get on the flank here. Oh, 2 Panzer Voyages. Explosive rounds have been loaded. Hitting the British defenders pretty damn well. Pounder fails to hit. That's to penetrate, rather. Firefly could get flanked here. 1 Panzer IV gets taken out. Pilot needs to be cautious. The Tiger tank is advancing. Not looking good here. And while this is going on, we also have lots of stocks of advancing down here with the Churchills. Moon to intercept. But the fact that the British base is under duress is pretty damn big. Ooh, Firefly gets taken out by the Tiger. And Panther's now threatening further. 70-pounder has been suppressed. They're just failing to take out this Tiger here. The British simply just don't have any good AT equipment on them. Oh, that's a good high explosive there. Oh god, that's painful. Not looking good for the British. This outmaneuvering has just destroyed them. While Panzerwerfer rockets are hitting around the British positions. I feel as if the Churchills need to spread around, but might be too late up here potentially. But he's still trying to hold them at bay. And Churchill have a lot to fight down here. That's a lot of assault guns that the Germans have prepared. Like a whole lot of assault guns. Stock's trying to get on the flank here. One Churchill can just split off here to try and help. Again, the British base is in jeopardy. Stormtroopers also arriving now with flamethrowers to try and take it out. The Germans are slowly making headway into the base. British are doing their best to just try and hold. Meanwhile, Churchill's assaulting the stock up here. The Churchill would have the upper hand in close quarters combat here. That is a lot of stocks. Panzer IV gets taken out there. So it's just an abandoned one. Artillery gets called in on the British base. And the Tiger Tank and Panthers pushing up again. Not looking good here for General Kaiser. Another 70-pounder is rolling up. Another Firefly is on the field. There's several more 70-pounds being rolled up, but that's really all the Brits can do here, I think. We have an AVIE Churchill running here for the guard regiment. Churchills are cleaning up the German tanks in the south, armored vehicles anyway. Because an assault gun is not a tank. Oh, commander injured in 1 Churchill, but the Churchills are still just cutting through everything. Churchills are pretty damn good at what they do. Ooh, not looking good for that Churchill now though. Probably should decide to pull back. Picks up the stock. The Canadian infantry just pushing up alongside. They also have the M10 to support. Oh, heat round hit the Churchill. So not looking good here for the Germans on the southern flank all of a sudden. But still, the northern flank is falling to the Germans. They've even lost an HQ structure. Tiger Tank and Panther just pushes forwards. Panzer IV is also pushing ahead. Are we going to see some kind of base trade going on? I'm definitely certain that what the hell happened on the northern flank has caused the British to try and push even harder on the southern flank to try and apply some pressure. But it's not looking good for the northern base. Now the AVIE is here, just doing a lot of damage. It's perfect for urban combat, as I understand. This church needs repairs. It does have a truck it can repair from. What is the southern bridge space going to do against this when they break through? Because this bridge space is gone. And Orphan base is just gotten completely overrun. And that the Germans can now begin to encircle. And the British push fast enough to do a similar situation, or will this Panther be enough to keep the British forces at bay? Certainly got a good shot there to Churchill. I think Churchill can back off fast enough. Oh, so far it survived. AVIE is turning its gun. Panzerjägers are rushing up here to try and take out this M10. But they got too close. It looks like the German tanks are just pulling through. They're just completely going for the full encirclement. If they can get to the other British space, they can basically end this. It is not looking good for the British Commonwealth here. Panzer IVs are getting on the flank. Just crushing into the other base. Looks like a glide is also getting around. And it does seem like the blobbing of the post grenadiers was a little bit too efficient, potentially. But the German tanks has arrived in the base. At this point, the British surrender, despite the glider coming in. Pretty damn tight match here, but looks like the German outflanking up in the north kind of was the death knell for the British. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!